before we get into this video that I'm very excited about filming, I do want to talk about a partnership I have with Verizon. So Verizon is very, very, very military friendly. For the past 3 years, they actually got top 1 military friendly company for the past 3 years. So if that doesn't say it, then I don't know what else does. They have a lot of good benefits for veterans, active duty, and their families that is definitely worth checking out. I'm a Verizon customer myself prior to the military. Now that I am in the military, I get to use these benefits. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So some of the exclusive savings that are top notch for military is that you get unlimited for $30 a line for 4 lines, which is a pretty good deal for unlimited. If the unlimited plan is not for you, you get 15% off other plans that again is only for military. And then you also get up to 25% off accessories, which is pretty darn nice. And then some exclusive benefits are deployment suspension. So if you go on deployment, whether you are in the army and it's to a different country, or you're in the Navy and it's on a ship, you can suspend your plan so you're not getting charged every single month, which is a pretty good benefit because that is money being wasted if you're out at sea and you cannot use your phone. So they also have waived deposits and VZ Up rewards, so you can join their rewards program. And if you don't know, Verizon did roll out with 5G already. So you have the top-notch service, and 5G is 25 times faster than 4G. So when you need to make a quick call, when you need to Google something real quick, send an email, submit leave, literally all of that on 5G service, 25 times faster. So I'll recap this information in the description box below. I'll also leave a link if you want more information on what Verizon can do for you if you're active duty, a veteran, or a family member. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, by the title, you can see that I made 2 years in the Navy. I'm actually filming this on the day of, and I'm going to try to push it out today or tomorrow. But yeah, today's my 2-year anniversary in the Navy. It's just so crazy. I mean, I have a long way to go because I signed a 6-year contract, but it's crazy to think that 2 years ago I was on my way to boot camp. So at this time I was at MEPS and I was doing the final paperwork, and then hours away from seeing my family for the very last time, which is crazy to me, so crazy to me. So last year when I made my 1-year anniversary, I did a recap video where I just talked about things that happened every single month, or one thing that happened every single month, and with pictures of how my first year in the Navy went. And so I'm going to do that again. So I do want to say, just like last year, not everything was Navy related, but obviously these things wouldn't happen if I wasn't in the Navy, if that makes sense. So anyways, let's just get right into it. So last year I ended off with January. So the first thing, February, I went to Kauai. Kauai is a different island of Hawaii. So I live on Oahu, and we took a little vacay for Valentine's Day to Kauai, and it was so nice. I wish I was stationed there. I know there's a weird base there. I don't know. I think it's Marines, Army. I don't know. But I wish I was stationed there. It's so... when you think of Hawaii, that's what it is. It's very green. It's not city like Oahu is so city for the most part. There's some suburbs area that literally just reminds me of Florida. It's not what you think about when you see the movies of Hawaii, the beaches. And I mean, obviously they have the beaches and stuff, but when you watch these movies of what Hawaii is, it's Kauai. It's not Oahu. So I did vlog that entire trip. I posted that way late, but I did vlog the entire thing. So if you want to watch how my experience was in Kauai and the cool things that I did, I will link that down below. So for March, I took my very first advancement exam. I don't want to talk much into it because I didn't pass it. I'm still a 3rd class. So I have my opinions on advancement exams. I personally don't think that that's the route to go. I think if you're good at your job and you know what you're doing, that you don't need to take a test to pass. I think it's dumb to take a test to advance, and I'll tell anybody that asks me this, but I think that that's just not... I wish that the military took it as like a civilian job does. If you're good at your job and you deserve a raise, then here you go. Or I know some jobs a minimum requirement of how long you've been in. I feel like that's the route to go, and I just hate the fact that you have to take a test, because personally I'm not a good test taker. And the fact that it's just so crazy, the fact that I have to take a test on a job that is so broad, that has many different categories within the job, but I'm only trained in one, and I have to basically teach myself the other categories. I'm doing this very broad because obviously I'm not going to get into my rate, but that was an experience, and that's March. So for April, I found out I was pregnant. So if you haven't watched my other videos, if this is your first time on my channel, so I just had a baby recently, but I did find out I was pregnant in April. It's a girl, her name is Eliana. I'll insert a picture because I'm just so obsessed with her. But yeah, I found out I was pregnant in April. It's just been a crazy experience since then. I love motherhood, I love Eliana, I love everything that she has already taught me. And yeah, I'm just so happy. So for May, I told my family, and then I also had a pregnancy announcement. So it was basically like just pregnancy things. So I had my pregnancy announcement, I had my gender reveal, I told my mom, and then which led into everybody in my family knowing. So I'm gonna insert a clip of when we found out the gender. I already knew the gender because they called me over the phone and then asked me if I wanted to know, and I said yes because I just couldn't help myself. I will insert a video of how the rest of my family found out. I ordered them a cake, and basically the inside was whatever gender it was. Everybody thought it was a boy except for my nephew Ellie, and he thought it was a girl, and he was the only one right because even me and Chris thought it was a boy.
Una, todavía. Ese bizcocho afuera, Goelian. Mira en mi cita cómo está ahí brava. Mira. So they just want cake. No, todavía.
For June, so this is back to the Navy stuff, I briefed an admiral. So I briefed Admiral Aquilino, which was a great experience. I don't know, I was like at the top of the top that day. I was so happy. It was one of my lieutenant was supposed to brief, and then because I think I made the slide or found the information or something like that, he let me brief it, and it was a great day. Admiral Aquilino is very big in the Navy. He's literally the commander of Pac Fleet, so that was nice. So for July, me and Chris moved into military housing, and it has been great. I will link our military house empty house tour down below if you haven't seen it. It is so much better than where we lived before because we lived in town, and I hated it. Like downtown Hawaii is not, it's not. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm so happy we live on base housing now. I literally live like 3 minutes from my job to literally, as I leave here, 2 stoplights, and then that's it. Like it's great. For August, my family visited, and I did vlog that. I think there's 2 vlogs, so I'll link those down below. But my family came because me and Chris were supposed to go to Florida, but because the military doesn't let you travel, or now they lifted it, but at that point the military didn't let you travel because of COVID, so we had to cancel our flights, and my family decided to come here. For September, this actually happened at the last day of August, but I'm just pushing it into September. But we got Ninja. Come here. So I did vlog this, so I'll link that too. But we got Ninja. She's a German Shepherd. She's 8 years old. And she's great. I love her so much. All right, so for October, we had a 3D ultrasound. It was so exciting to see Eliana because like the 2D ultrasounds, you really can't see anything. You just see the baby, and like at some points you're like, what even is that? Like you don't even, like if it wasn't for the doctor explaining to me, I honestly wouldn't even know. But the 3D ultrasound, it was so nice to see how her face was gonna be. We were able to see that she did have my nose, that she had Chris's lips, and then I keep looking over here because she's right there. But yeah, it was just so sweet to see that, and like it's just crazy how much she resembles the 3D ultrasound pictures. Moving on to November, barely makes November, but Eliana was born, and it was so exciting. She's so cute. But yeah, that has to be like the biggest blessing of all of 2020, with all the bad that happened because of COVID, trips that got canceled, and like she definitely made it all better. Like, I can't complain about 2020 just because she was born, and I know a lot of people have tons of complaints about it, but everything was erased the moment she was born. Like 2020 will be that year. For December, my family came. So my family came for Christmas, and it was just really nice to have everybody back together, because obviously I wasn't there for Christmas of 2019. And then I honestly feel like this was like my favorite Christmas out of all the Christmases. Like, we were forced to be in the same house, like everybody, like literally everybody, my parents, my sisters, every single one of their significant others, my niece, my nephew, and now Eliana. I also did vlog Christmas and Christmas Eve, and I will put that in the description box below. It is a long one, but I did make sure I wanted to get every single thing because it was Eliana's first Christmas. So for January, I don't really have anything. Still mid-January, and honestly I'm so focused on being a mom that I guess that's it, being a mom. I don't see anything changing from here to the end of January, so the next 15 days, other than being a mom. But I will give some advice. If you're planning on joining the military, just make sure you really look into it for what's now, like what's in the future, having a family, having a husband or a wife, and what it will do to your family back home. And just keep that in mind. Like, yeah, the military has great benefits, but it is very life-changing. And once you sign that contract, like, there is no going back. And no way I'm saying I regret it, because it brought me so much. It brought me a husband, a daughter, because I wouldn't have met Chris without being in the military. It brought me our first house. But there's a lot on the back end that I wish would have played differently. I wish I would have known things. I wish I would have asked more questions when I was at the recruiter. But I also don't blame myself, because like these things that you don't even know to ask, like you don't know how the process works. But so yeah, if you're thinking about joining the military, like just make sure you really look into it. Not only your rate, but like the big Navy, because I feel like that's where I kind of failed, where I looked into my rate as much as I was allowed to, because like there's not much information out there on my rate, but I didn't look into the big Navy stuff. So like I mentioned earlier, the whole advancement thing, and just other little things here and there that I didn't look into that you should. Just make sure you cover everything that's important to you. So if it's school, make sure you cover everything, how TA works and all that good stuff. If it's travel, make sure you cover everything. And if it's, I don't know, just make sure you cover everything. I wish I would have a little bit more than I did, but you know what, whatever. I'm here. I have a contract that I'm going to fulfill, and I have Eliana and Chris who will forever push me to be happy about the circumstances that I'm in, the contract that I'm in, the job that I'm in, because without every step that I've taken from January 15, 2019, the life I have now wouldn't exist. So if you're planning on joining the military, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them as best as I can, or if not, ask Chris, because Chris has done sea and shore. I've only done shore, and this is my first tour, so I don't have as much Navy experience, but he definitely does. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. If there's any other videos that you want to see, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try my best to film them. But yeah, that's it. So see you guys in my next video.